Okay, here's my the start of my template. I was going to go and pop together some other bits and pieces now into the master. You know, we saw last week I need to make sure um, that I am selected in the master, not on the page. We'll come back to the page subsequently, but similarly to the way we can multi sort of select areas in Photoshop and Illustrator and so on. I'm wanting to pop a rectangle element in, but before I go there into the master, I was going to drop a guide. I know that my top margin there, if I check the margins, is 25 mil. What I'm wanting to do is to drop a guide in at 20 mil, just to roughly give me that little page guide, just to give me some guidance, pardon the pun, as I drop in this rectangle frame. At the moment, I can see downstairs that there's no colour attached, which is good. I just want that to snap onto the bleeds and to the guide that I just placed. Beautiful. Although by default it's given me a black frame, so I'm going to just make sure that's selected. Hit the selected over here. Hit the / key to strip away that stroke color for my frame. And then I'm going to go ahead into the swatches zone, making sure that's selected and that I'm on the master, not on the page. Just going to go ahead and set that. Black's pretty cool. I want to tint that back though. I'll give it a light grey, like a 20%. For instance, let's see how that goes. That's all right. That's pretty good. Alternatively, I could pop into the color picker area, and if I wanted a similar, grey, I would just make sure that I chose, say, 200, 200, 200 for RGB, and that would give me that sort of approximate color. Okay, good. Here I am on the master. Everything's going swimmingly. I was going to zoom in. I didn't quite nail that edge there to the bleed, so let's just check that. Nor did I get all the way to the guide, so just going to make sure that I've got that sorted and snapping. There we go, that's got it. Beautiful. Okay, too easy. Now I'm actually just going to, now that I've done that, get rid of that guide, and I should find that it's able to snap back to the top of the bleed and so on. Easy. Okay, I'm going to bang in another spread guide. And I'm going to get rid of these as I make them because, they're just for temporary sort of things. And I'm dragging out a text frame at the intersection of those guides, which is the name of this assessment. I'm going to go ahead and select Museo, one of the heavier versions, and say 24 font, 24 point. Oops, let's get in there. Assignment task 2, film prop. That's easy enough. Film prop. Good. Although the black looks a little bit ugly, we'll fix that up in a tick. Just making sure I'm selecting off, typing W, and I can see that without the guides and things on, sometimes it's a bit easier to, I'm just doing this by eye. So typing W again to bring back the guide. I'm just going to realign that one. There we go, too easy. Couple more text frames. Let's just go Helvetica Neue. We don't want bold, we want regularity. I'm going to pop in 2 Helvetica Neue frames. There's one. In fact, I'm just going to go ahead and copy that bad boy. And I'm just sort of right aligning it. Over here, I'm going to type in my name and student number. I should look up my actual student number from years ago. But I'm just going to use my staff number instead. And then over on the other side, I was going to pop in the unit names for this project. Now I can see I've got the little overset symbol there, the little red plus sign, and what that's saying to me, you'll remember from when we looked at this in the videos, that it's overset. In other words, there's text that's sitting outside the frame. So I'm just going to go ahead in here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to select the whole story, and I will give it a 10 point, maybe even 8 point. It's not super important information. Well, it is actually. It has to be in your document, but when I say super important, it's it's not like it's going to be read every 2 or 3 minutes. So if it's, oh come on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yay! There we go, 9 point, too easy. Now I was going to set that type 1, 2, 3, 5 to align on the right hand side. And we're just about done. I can muck around and get things to center up a little bit more if I like. I can check out how they're all going, but what I do want to do is to set the color of these bad boys to white. So, oops, I've done the wrong thing there. Yeah, I've half done it right. I've actually changed the color of the frames, which is, I'm just going to undo that. I need to specify that I'm setting the formatting to the text and then choosing white. There we go, too easy. All of that's on the master. Let me just come back and see. Yep, that's all right. Now I can perhaps, I can make the name a little bit bigger if I want. No, I don't want to touch the stroke, you idiot. Let's set that to 14 point, for instance. Okay, the one last little thing that I wanted to do was to sort myself out with a recurring page number. So just command space barring, same as all the other Adobe applications to zoom. I'm going to drag out a small text frame in the bottom right hand corner of the page. In the type menu, I'm inserting a special character, and it is going to be the current page number. You'll remember from last week's work, or whenever it was, that the page number represents or is identified by the master, the name of the master. Once again, I'm going to write a line, just make any little adjustments that we feel are great, and that should be pretty good. Okay,